Once you mute that there AC, you think that's going to be a problem?
I don't know. Just start with it and I'll turn it on.
We'll start with it.
Yeah, just get some crash footage.
Crash footage.
Yeah. Quit holding the camera down. You hold it staring at your chin. But at least hold it eye level with you. Fine. Turn the air off.
Turn the air off.
Your little video is hot. Hotter than blazing out.
Well, I'm not the one that did all the body damage on the car.
Whoa.
So we have to split our time between upgrading the car and repairing the car, which is like a normal thing.
That's just cosmetic. That don't mean nothing.
Well, I'm pretty sure down here when this digs into the mud right here that, you know, that's not solving any issues. So. All right, well, YouTube, we're back. Been a couple weeks off here. Been enjoying time. Look how sunburned he is.
Yep. Florida was fun. Had a terrible drive home, but it's all right. You know, can't see traffic, so it is what it is.
Well, I think we got what, maybe a week before we race. We're gonna race on Saturday coming up here on the, what is that, the 9th, 14th, 19th? 19th. On the 19th at Richmond Raceway in Richmond, Kentucky. We're pretty excited about getting back to the track. Some well-deserved time off, and we're going to keep on keeping on. Tonight, we're going to be doing some repair work, and we're going to be doing some upgrade work. We've got a DRP wheel bearing spacer and a All-Star wheel bearing spacer. We're going to be installing these into the front. We're going to do a little compare and contrast, and we're going to do our best to put them in LMG style. And while I'm working on that, Drew's going to take care of this front flopper. It's been through a lot. It's had a lot of headache and a lot of damage done to it. So we got to get this thing fixed here. Other than that, we've got all sorts of stuff back here. Well, hopefully it didn't cut off too soon. I'm pretty sure it just cut off right there. Here's some of our other doodads that Drew likes to call them. We got some extra seals for putting our spacers in if we need them. We've got some outerwears for our valve cover breathers. We got some new tire stuff. We've got a Willwood rebuild kit for a master cylinder. We've got some new linkage for our throttle so that we don't have to have so many washers. New carb gaskets. The Legend's got the carb done. It's looking great.
Yeah, where's that?
Well, about that. I just gotta go get it. That's it. That's all. It's done. So it may actually show up tonight magically. Who knows? Powers that be may make it happen. So, all right, let's get to work. Chop, chop. Let's make it happen. Uh-oh. Drew's losing screws everywhere. All right, YouTube. We're gonna put the DRP wheel bearing spacer on this right front here. It's a new winner's hub, new wheel bearings, new seal, new rotor, not a new spindle, but this has only got a couple races on it. Looking pretty good. Let's give you guys a little idea of what it looks like right now. It's about no rotor. It's about all we're getting out of it. So we're gonna see how this stacks up. And then once we get them both done, we'll compare one side to the next. So we're just getting our spring steel off. About to get this flapper off too. All right, for all of you that are regular viewers expecting just the music to be playing in the background, got something a little different for you tonight. We're gonna do a little voice overlay, see how this works out for you, kind of explain what's going on here. So I'm disassembling the Wide 5 hub. We're prepping for a lot of assembly and disassembly. We were supposed to do this with drive wheel bearings without grease. We elected to not do that in an effort to save some time, to not have to knock the seal out and replace that inside bearing that we just put in there maybe 2 races ago. And now you're seeing me just doing a lot of back and forth, a lot of trial and error. We're attempting to get the end play to a certain degree here where we can actually start measuring it. Just kind of requires a little trial and error. Instructions say like screw it out 3/4 of the way that it could possibly turn out. So it's kind of a guesstimate. It did take us a while, on and off, and a lot of back and forth. And eventually we get down here to a point where we're able to hook a dial indicator up to this unit. There we go. and what we're looking for is about a thousandth of an inch in play. We elected to use the dial indicator that clamps on, and don't worry, we didn't clamp onto the threads. We actually screwed on a steel axle nut on top of everything else that we actually clamped to right there. You can also use that for a magnetic base. It works really well, just an old school wide 5 steel axle nut, and that'll get you pretty close. And we started wrapping up our project. Drew's doing his little dance on the sheet metal, trying to get everything flattened out. No need to have the volume for all the beating and banging, and we're getting the final measurement of the wheel bearing, and we're going to check back in with you guys and show you the results. And thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Well, what do you think, Drew? Is the DRP wheel bearing all what it's cracked up to be? Wheel bearing spacer?
Well, you're not showing your face because you're sweating.
It's hot in here.
But, I mean, I guess. I know we didn't do it with dry bearings or anything like that, but we're within our,
we didn't use the nano grease either.
Yeah, we didn't use the nano grease.
Well, we're gonna have to get some of that nano grease, I think.
We didn't set it with dry bearings. But, you know, I think it rolls pretty good. Seems like there's not as much drag.
Yep, it does seem better. Hopefully it'll be better under load. That's what really counts.
That's
and
right.
By the way, your sheet metal work looking pretty good up here.
It's not too shabby. It's got to conform a little bit to this new T-bar here. But got a big crease out of the center out of it.
Looking pretty good. We'll get her straightened out.
Movie magic.
Well, the new flopper drama continues on. We feel like our flopper just should be over more on our fender here. So we're trying to decide, do we need to slide it down more like this so we can get it more over? See how up it is? Look from this angle. It should be more flat like that. We're just not there yet. It's a brand new flopper. I don't know. We're gonna keep on working the problem here. That's why I hate body work. It's not my thing, but it looks good though. Got all this piece back on. Still gotta do the bearing spacer on the other side. We finally got everything pinned back up together here, so we're making progress. Not as fast as we want, but that's the life of late model racing. So I think we're gonna end up taking this fender back off again and giving it a whirl. Stick around, we'll see what happens. Alright, well, we're about ready to call it a night. We're tired. It's been a long weekend. We've got a long way to go. You can see here, here's where our old line was mounting up our fender. We're thinking we might need to come forward a couple more inches to help get it to line up, but this is always the story of our lives when it comes to busted, bent up sheet metal. Just, it's a hot mess. We're trying to put a bent car back together without having to make all new body panels. And we know Drew, he's going to bend up some more for the end of the season, so no point in trying to get everything 100%. We're just trying to get it ready so we can go back to the track. We'll probably get a little bit more garage time in before we go back out, so hopefully one more clip before we go racing. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you liked our video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below, and we'll see you next time.